and welcome back to Bright Bush Pickers. Thank you guys again for joining us. Hope everybody's doing well at home. We are here again, all of us, to bring some Dungeons and Dragons for you, um, and just for our own entertainment more than anything. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and Zach, go ahead and take it away, sir.
All right. So last time on Bright Bush Pickers, the party continued their adventures in the grave of Shanzir by fighting some kind of corrupted tree in order to get the magical artifact necessary to revive Ulamir. And after doing so, they went and had their audience with the spirit of Shanzir, the long dead prismatic dragon. They all had the chance to ask the dragon some various questions about their own personal quests and interests. Before Shanzir gave them the magical blood that Ulamir had come here seeking. After a brief little disagreement on what to do with the blood, Ulamir used his newly acquired raven's headdress to turn into a giant raven and fly off out of the tomb.
Yeet.
So he could keep the blood for himself. So I think we'll pick it back up down there in the grave with the rest of the party. And what are you guys doing? You heading out? Any more of the tomb you want to explore?
I don't know that there's any more of the tomb. Is there anything that we missed on the tomb, guys, that you're aware of? Cap?
No. This place is nothing but nightmares. They took all my money. And, well, I got this axe, which is cool. So,
Yeah,
call it a wash.
let's just. I'm keeping my eyes out, Cap. That axe makes me nervous.
Good.
But hey, we're on the
I'm
same team, Cap.
I'm gonna state the obvious, pointing after Ulamir. Like, are we going after him? What's happening there?
Nope.
Isn't he supposedly delivering that to them now, or did he just flat out keep us from being able to partake?
I mean, we came here for him to get the blood. I'm not going anywhere else to deliver it. If he wants to leave, he can leave.
Okay. Fair enough. You are the captain of this whole brigade. So what's next then, Cap?
I don't know. We've been out to sea for a while. How long have we been out to sea? Like a week or so?
I'd have to check the exact numbers, but yeah, it hasn't, like, maybe a little over a week, like 8 or 9 days at the most.
And how much supplies did we have? I mean, at best a month, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks supply.
Yeah, it was in the 2 to 3 week range. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think it might be best for us.
Best for us.
Knock up.
You just froze there for.
I'm done for that.
Who?
You did. Did everybody else hear that? Because I didn't hear any of what he
I did?
said. Yeah.
I heard it fine.
Yeah, I heard it fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bryce, I think you're the one that froze.
Okay. Anyway, so sure, I'll do whatever. I guess we're going back to camp or back to the shore now.
Hopefully Olamir will meet us. But if not, I guess we're looking for a quartermaster. And I'll start making back to the ship.
All right. So,
Okay. You
follow.
guys will make it as far as the bottom of that very deep well you first descended down when you realize that Ulamir was kind of the way you got down here in the first place. And the ropes that the cultists had affixed to the side to lower themselves down were chopped by Metatron where you guys descended.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So
That fucking is not good.
you do need to figure your way back up.
How hard
tall
would it
is
be
it?
to climb?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been writing
So-
in athletics checks.
You could certainly try. I mean, there are enough loose stones to where you could maybe manage it just kind of like free climbing. It'd be a little bit easier if you had like climbing pitons to like jab in.
I
if you
have
tried to help yourself up.
small hand axes. I don't know if I could use those.
You can certainly try
Modern,
to.
Modern
Would I
Warfare
be able
2
to just
up
toss
the.
them some rope? Because I'm still up there.
Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah, where did you did you just fly up out of the well and kind of hang out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's up to you if you've well, assuming you've turned back into your elf form, you can.
I mean, I'm guessing it's taking them more than an hour between that and me. Like me flying out and then coming to the well.
It wasn't that long of a walk for them, because it seems like they kind of left pretty immediately. So maybe like it's been like 10-15 minutes or so.
So could I just, as a giant raven, pick them up and take them out?
You could, if they're
Let's
willing
do
to
that.
let you do that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not unwilling to do it.
Raven.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
I
go
don't know
down
that
the
I would
line
know
and
what
try
was
to
going
look at the
on.
party And just be like,
Yeah, I'm not
"Crawl?"
100%. Caca.
I'm gonna take that
It
as
doesn't
yes,
sound
and wait for him
hostile, but
flying
you
out of
never
the
know.
well.
Do I even know if this is Oliver? I'll make a wisdom check.
You don't need to make a check. It's pretty safe to assume you saw him turn into the raven, and
Okay.
unless there are like two giant ravens.
I'm willing to
Giant-
believe
never
anything
know.
in this damn cave.
The giant ravens.
I was
just-
eaten.
That is fair. You did
So
get.
do I have to take them one by one, like Lord of the Rings eagles, or can I take multiples in each claw?
I think you'd pretty much get you could get like your claws around the shoulders of one person, and like maybe
kinda
one
like-
person could get on your back, so you could maybe get like two up in one trip. Doing it like
put a
that.
motion to my back and be like, "Call."
Any port in a storm, and Metatron will go.
I'm down. I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's Ulamir. So I do. I just come up and put my arms straight up in the air.
All right, I'm just gonna start taking people out.
Okay. You'll start lifting people up one by one. It'll take you what? 1, 2, 1, 2, so like 3 trips to get everybody. And as you're bringing that last person up, the rest of you are like standing around in that clearing. There's like a sudden movement as a group of figures burst through the underbrush and into the clearing. There are 4 of them. They look like they've been in some kind of a fight recently. Some of them are kind of sporting like wounds and bleeding a little bit. Cirilla, you recognize these people, members of the tribe. And one of them is one of the warband leaders, a half-orc named Kalak. And he's kind of like doubled over, trying to catch his breath, and he looks up and he sees all of you guys, and he notices you, and he says, "Cirilla, oh, it's good to see you're alive. We found the bodies of some of your fellow warband members and feared you died with the rest. Were you attacked by the sea creatures?
No. Is that were you? We were attacked by some bandits, and we killed everyone died, but I found these people, and they helped me exact revenge.
Oh,
Sea creatures?
yes. We were patrolling along the northern coast when all of a sudden this ship, straight out of a ghost story, just materialized in the sea, and just clouds of insects swarming about it. And shortly after, these sea demons, these creatures with fins and fangs and tridents, started emerging from the waves and just waves and attacking us.
Oh,
Us
that's
four.
That's
Us four are the only ones that survived.
From the whole tribe?
From our war band, we were the ship began to sail around the island shortly after it appeared. We feared it was heading in the direction of the village, so we were trying to get back there to warn them.
Were you successful?
No, we're still on the way. We haven't gotten there
How
yet.
long ago was this?
Oh, less than an hour.
All right. And I'll kind of motion to the group like, we gotta go now.
all right.
We we must go after. I mean, we have to go warn them.
Well,
I don't feel you don't have to, but I have an obligation.
Cap, she's helped
That's
us out
fair.
a lot. I feel like we owe it to her.
I just kind of figured that these guys would go warn them, and we get in the ship and go after the other ship. But if this is the route you guys want to go, that's
Can you
that's
tell me
fine.
about what we've already encountered on the seas with that one plague ship? Because it's the same thing.
I
don't
know
think
it's
you-
the ship though.
Yeah,
Well-
I don't believe you guys have encountered the actual ship yet, but you've certainly encountered the sea creatures that are associated with the ship before. Yeah.
And we encountered that one ship that had been attacked by this ship before.
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, speaking of which, are you guys sick by any means?
The half orc will look at you and say, I don't think so. I mean, some of us have lost blood, but we don't feel ill.
They're
Why?
fine.
Last time we encountered the plague ship, well, we didn't encounter them. We met a crew that had been, and they had become ill from something to do with that ship. Very well. We'll go back to the village then.
Wait, did those guys survive? What are you? This illness? Is it? What are the
It's curable.
symptoms?
It's curable. I think it's a cough on a canatash.
Oh, was it? Was it a
You're the
cough?
doctor.
Wouldn't go that far.
Barely.
It says surgeon on your. I'll take the banner off the plaque or whatever, you know.
So it was, yeah, it was like, they just looked like they were dying, basically. They were just like coughing and sickly looking, right?
Yeah, that's about what you remember. And like as you're kind of discussing that, one of the other little bit. Oh shit! He's like,
Uh-oh. I'm losing it.
it's just allergies, guys. I swear.
Yeah. Could you like heal them or something? I just kind of.
I am out of
just a
healing.
preemptive.
No.
So no, got it. You guys are fine.
Yeah, right.
Listen, this has been fun and all, but you're under no obligation to help me. I don't expect that.
Yeah, but we got nothing better to do, and that's kind of what we've been doing this whole time. It's helping people. So,
Pretty much.
Well, I thank you.
So
how do we even make money? I'm gonna have to think of a business plan.
Am I still a giant raven?
Until you want to not be one.
I mean, it only lasts an hour, so
Yeah. You can drop it early, but I believe you won't be able to do it again until like after you take a long rest or something like that. That's the limitation on it. So
I'll drop it.
okay. And
Hey, he's back.
the tribesmen are kind of like stunned for a second, like, "Whoa, what happened?" Okay, more. I see. You've met fellow sorcerers, Cirilla. It's
He's a badass
I didn't think
wizard.
any more would ever show up on the island. But we should we've caught our breath. We should really get moving.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
we just all go in.
Well, somebody should go check on the ship.
I mean, I could go check on the ship if you want. I'm the first mate. But that's
Do you really want to go by yourself though? You're kind of squishy.
Yeah.
no. Somebody should come with me for sure. But
I can go with him on the ship if need be.
I kind of put a hand on his shoulder. With this axe, I think it's best if I just go.
that's bad.
And
I mean, if you want. Hey,
I mean, before you go to the ship, do you want to run down on this blood?
do you want to what?
Do you want to run down on this blood?
do you want to know what it's about?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's probably important.
All right. So you remember that blood that I drank when that lizard dude died, right?
As you
Yes,
start
the
to say
one I-
this, the tribesman is like, "Guys, is this like a walk and talk kind of a conversation? Are you guys coming or what? We're
Kind
gonna
of
go
urgent.
now."
I'll go
All
with
right.
Patron to the ship. You guys go to the village. I'll explain to him what happens since he's the captain.
That's fair.
Okay. This is. Oh God.
Split
Okay.
the party.
Bad idea.
Okay, so Metatron,
Terrible
Metatron,
idea.
Metatron and Ulamir are headed back towards the ship.
This is like when
Um,
Scooby-Doo splits the gang up, and it never goes well.
And the rest of you guys follow these tribal warriors into the jungle,
Oh.
kind of heading in opposite directions.
Before we split up, is this village on the coast by any means?
Yeah, and the guy will say, "Yeah, it is. It's right near the beach on the along the southern edge of the island, kind of in the south."
We'll be able to find you.
Okay.
And then then we'll leave.
Okay. It's a good call. Yeah, checking on where you need to go. Yeah, so
There are 3 ships just docked somewhere right now. I feel like that needs to be checked up. Along with the village.
mhm. Sure. So we'll go ahead and handle Metatron and Ulamir's journey first. I think Ulamir wanted to talk to Metatron, so you wanted-
I'm just gonna
So
let
tell
you
me
know
about it.
that when I drank this blood, we hopped on the high seas, and I had a vision of this like super slapping half lizard faced woman, right? And she instructed me to go get this blood because it was hers, and I drank it. So we came and got
Right,
it. She wants
yeah.
me to deliver it. I'm gonna hold the blood up, but I don't really want to.
I don't really want to either, to be honest with you. That just sounds all bad.
Should I drink it?
Yeah, it's not. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you do. I'll put it that way.
I'm gonna drink this blood too.
Okay.
And we don't have anything about it. Damn it. This is bad.
Well, last time it was a good thing. So
I think he
Watching
just
him
gets more
literally no
protection.
effect.
Oh,
Just waste.
You have indigestion. You need some carbs.
You took the last of his blood
That's what I
and just wasted it.
Yes.
so
Poured it down the drain.
Sounds about right.
The real Spirit of Felgrim move right there. So.
Are you sure you don't want this axe? It's
Yeah, let the wizard wield the axe.
okay. So
Play myself.
you consume the blood, and you feel a rush of fiery warmth pass through you, similar to what you felt when you drank that first vial. Only this is much more intense, and for a brief moment, it almost feels like your insides are burning.
Surreal.
But that passes away quickly, and you feel as though the powers granted to you by the blood have grown stronger.
Yeah.
And I've added just added a new feat to your character sheet. May need to refresh, but let's see, it's should be Blood of the Prismatic Dragons - fire.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
great band name.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is a band.
JP, write that down.
yeah.
Please write that down.
Blood of the Prismatic Dragon. We have our stoner metal band name now.
I think that should be an EP name. I still think A Wizard's Folly is a bit better, but
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, if you use it, just make sure I get my royalties, man.
Blood of the Prismatic Dragon.
Yeah.
Inspired
Well,
by.
it's recorded now, so we can't.
So, assuming that conversation is over, unless Metatron, you're reacting in any way.
nope. I sort of let that happen.
Okay.
Yep. Well,
You just let that happen.
that's another problem for whenever.
So, assuming that conversation is over, you guys are walking through the jungle. You don't encounter any difficulties traveling through, though it does take about 2.5 hours for you to reach the same shore where you were before. And you see those 2 long ships that had been docked on the beach are still there. But the Sea Ghost is not in view.
Motherfucker.
Dude, who stole my car?
Olimir. Do you have any way of contacting somebody?
no.
You could send a letter.
Perfect.
I can help you with that. Never mind.
What about our ships that we came to dock on shore?
The rowboats are still there.
The rowboats are still there?
Yeah.
All right. So is the Sea Ghost and the boat that we were towing gone?
Both do appear to be. Let me think about that. No, you do see the boat that you're towing is kind of drifting in the ocean right now, as if it were cut loose for some reason. It's a little ways out, but you could probably get to it, though, unless other people are on it, just the 2 of you would have a hard time,
Right.
operating it.
Didn't we leave a
Yeah.
crew on the Seagull?
Yep. A full crew.
Full crew.
Did they steal our
And
Seagull?
Ronnie.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure
half
they
of
should.
another crew.
Yeah.
I don't think Ronnie would betray us, all right?
Yeah. As you guys are standing there on the beach, you see that dwarf captain you met earlier kind of walk up. He's got a flask in hand, seems to be doing a little bit of day drinking, and he says, "Hey, it's you guys again. I was kind of hoping the people that we'd been hired to sail out here would come back. This island's getting a little boring. You seen anybody else out in that jungle?
Sure did. What they look like?
Well, it's mostly a bunch of people in like dark robes. Some of them had these weird snake tattoos under their eyes.
Oh, those guys are dead. Yeah.
Shit, they're dead.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
there was one like big, really creepy guy. He never
He
really
got
showed us.
teleported. I honestly don't know why he was on a boat. Yeah.
Why the hell did he hire us? Like what?
Yeah, right? It just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, shit, your guys' ship kind of got out of here. Something about chasing down some goat. Like the guys on board were pretty friendly. They came ashore and drank with us for a little bit, but they saw that ghost ship poof up down the way, and we're like, hey, we might need to go chase that. So I might be missing details. I'm drunk, but
Yeah, so
yeah.
how much is it to hire your ships? It's not going to take half a day.
And he turns around over his shoulder to look at the Warforged companion, and he's like, hey, Claw, how much do we charge people for stuff again? And, and the Warforged just kind of closes his eyes slowly, just to kind of, as if to prevent himself from getting really angry at this dwarf. He just opens them and he says, how far do they want to go?
Just need to track down my ship.
All right, we can tell you what, we can do a circuit around the island, starting off in the direction they went in for call it 10 gold for each of you.
Fair enough. Come on, Olimir.
We'll pop on the boats.
Okay. You guys board the long ships. The dwarf captain takes the helm at his, and the Warforged kind of looks to you guys and says, I mean, he'll probably be okay to command that ship, but I understand if you guys wanted to sail on mine instead. It's cool.
I appreciate it.
All right. So you guys all get on board the long ships, and you begin your journey along the coast of the island, heading out eastward. Going back to the rest of the party, you guys are racing at a breakneck pace through the jungle, trying to keep up with these warriors. And about after an hour and a half or so of running, you break through the trees and you see there are some huts, and there are a bunch of people kind of running around in a panic. Some people are running towards what looks like a beach, weapons drawn. Others, like older people and children and their parents, are kind of seeming to flee off into the jungle, and everybody's just sort of in a panic, and they are rushing all around you guys. And
I'm going directly for the beach.
Yeah. And Kalak and the other warriors will rush off in that direction with you, and they'll kind of signal to the rest of you guys, come on, I hope you guys are ready for a fight. Looks like we were too late. So, is everybody else?
Let's do it.
We're following behind. Oh wait, did we get a rest in any of that before we got there?
Nope.
God damn it.
Nope.
No.
Okay, hold on.
We did rest before we went into the chamber,
Yeah.
Okay.
but not a long rest, just like a
Yeah,
short
it's just
rest.
short rest.
Yeah. have not pulled my character sheet up
So,
yet. Do.
go ahead and share
Okay, so hold on.
and that. Okay. And I will need
Why is this taking so goddamn long today?
let's see, everybody except for Metatron and Ulamir to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
10.
Ooh,
All right.
hold on.
20.
I think I did pretty
18.
good. I gotta wait for my damn character to roll character sheet to pull up here to make sure I have my shit right. Wow, this is struggling today. Why is this so bad? Okay, here we go. I think I'm 22. I'm just gonna say that, and I'll correct it if it's wrong.
All right. Okay. So, I guess first I should move. Put them off to the side. Nope. Okay. So, you guys run up to the beach. You see that there are some bodies of villagers out on the sand. And there's a small group of 3 warriors, kind of, or Sahuagin, those sea creatures that you guys had encountered earlier. These particular Sahuagin, though, look a little bit different. They seem to be almost sort of like really, really discolored and almost kind of flabby and like hanging off the bone in places. And there are these strange wounds on their bodies that these locusts seem to be flying in and out of as they move around. And let's see. So, Adron, you are actually up first.
All right, I'm still waiting on my character sheet to load up here, but I believe. All right, let me get get you pulled up here so I can see what's going on here. Sorry. All right. They definitely look hostile, right?
Oh yeah, they're actively attacking these guys. Some of them are munching on corpses. And...
Okay. So I just want to take a.
Is that what those Michael Jackson looking
Yep.
things are?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The Michael Jacksons are corpses? Okay. Okay. So, I guess I'll go for the one
They are,
there
yes.
on the left-hand side. Sorry. My laptop is not wanting to pull up my character sheet, so I can't remember any of my... but I can pull it up on this other one real quick. Give me a second.
So that guy right there?
Yep. I'm going to most likely try a firebolt.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, this one's going way better. Man. Right. real bad not having this pulled up already. There we go. Much better. There it is. Okay. Yes, firebolt. Here we go. 17.
17 hits.
1d10. Okay.
So your firebolt connects, and this creature, like the fire seems to, it punches right through this thing, almost as if it's just going right through paper.
Oh, okay.
And you see this particular creature kind of like freeze for a second. Its body starts to bubble up, and then it just explodes in this burst of green gas.
Interesting.
So
they seem to be susceptible to fire, guys.
Yeah, so it does, and the warrior who was face to face with him seems to inhale this gas, and he starts grasping at his throat like he's choking, and within seconds he just keels over and stops moving.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Whoops. My bad. I put my hands up and say, sorry, didn't know that would happen. But I figured out a weakness.
If he dies, he dies.
You doing anything else, moving or
Killing any other tribal folk?
No, I'm good where I'm at right now.
Okay. So that brings us to Cirilla. You're up.
Okay. I'm going to start my blade song. And yeah. Let's see. I am going to, we'll see. I'm a little concerned about getting into proximity with these guys, so I think God, I don't have good stuff. Shoot. Yeah, okay, I will. Can I get within 15 feet of the Sahuagin? I don't know how to say that. That's kind of like closest to me.
So this guy right there?
Yeah.
And how close did you say? 15?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And
So
then
that'll do it.
I will cast Lightning Lure. And that he has to succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet.
Okay. So he got a 20 there.
Yeah, that
I believe
saves.
that has
So
no effect.
no effect. Yep.
Bummer.
All right,
Okay.
that's my turn.
All right.
Good effort.
Dolomite, you're up.
So these things are basically just blobs of gas, correct?
Seemingly, yeah.
Okay. After seeing what happened to that one tribal boy, I'm gonna move up just enough so that I can shoot the one that's off on the far left, to the left of the palm tree.
That guy there? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the range on your crossbow?
That's an excellent question.
Because I think you might be able to get him from where you're at.
I think it's 60.
Yeah, he's
30.
I mean, you might 30.
120.
It says 30. So yeah, it says 30/120.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
So that means you can shoot at targets up to 120 feet away, but anything farther than 30 feet, you have disadvantage on the shot.
Right. Cool.
So let's see, you started there. So 1, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, so that should get you within 30 feet there.
That was a lot of rolling.
And I got yeah, this isn't level at all, so it went to where it was and just like rolled all the way down. But
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I'm just going with what it is. Plus 17.
That hits. So your bolt strikes this thing in the chest, and much like the last one, it seems to freeze for a second, and then that spot where the bolt hit seems to bubble up and then burst violently, and all these insects kind of swarm out of the wound, and the thing just collapses onto the ground.
Huh.
And you see that similar green gas kind of fill the immediate area, but there's no one around to inhale it.
Nice. Good shot, Dolomite.
Okay.
Cheering everybody on, trying to be the, team player, motivating.
So are you doing anything else?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Get him, kid.
So,
Somebody else's turn.
let's see. Kalak will move up a bit.
Yeah, probably last.
Huh. Okay. Well, he pop that back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he just seems to have gone into some kind of a blind rage after seeing all the bodies of his fellow tribesmen. And he runs up straight to this guy and swings his great axe down.
Juju.
And he cleaves it in two, causing another burst of green gas to fill the area, which he starts to choke on.
Oh no.
He coughs a bit, but he is still standing.
Hey,
Hey.
Good news.
Good for him.
Yeah. You can tell that he is bloodied now, though.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's not
Ranged attacks.
And yeah, now we're at Canatash.
So, from everybody exploding, are they? Can I tell if it's disease or poison? Like, what's causing this?
It's hard to tell with. I mean, it's one of those two for sure.
Okay.
But you can't tell for sure without like examining someone who's been afflicted by it.
Okay. I'd be cool with disease. That'd be fine. I'm immune to disease, so I don't know.
That should have been the tagline for the episode. I'm okay with disease.
You know what? I'm gonna risk it.
Go for it.
So get me. I guess the guy. I mean, I can only really reach one of them. My speed. The one that has the tribal warrior B next to him.
Okay. So 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, you can get right there.
Okay. And then, so I'm gonna try to slash at him. If I connect, I'm still gonna like try to jump out of the way to avoid inhaling all of this, but I know that might not work. So
Okay.
still gonna attempt it. All right. So That is a 16. Does that hit?
That hits. That hits. So you slice right into this thing's neck, causing the head to pop out with this kind of like sickening plopping sound. And a moment passes, and this swarm of stinging locusts starts to surround you and this tribal warrior as that green gas fills the area. Kanatash, you take just 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
But this guy isn't so resistant to the gas, and he collapses.
Thanks.
Yep. Nope. 2 guys with 1 swing. So.
I don't know if that should make me feel better.
So anything else with your turn?
That's all I got, I think.
All right. So okay. So oh shit, no. Forget that. Okay. So, you guys, let's see. So these guys, they rush up. This guy swipes at Kalak and manages to connect, dealing some damage to him. This guy will run up to Kanatash, and I believe a 21 hits you.
Yeah, definitely does.
Yep. So you take 5 points of damage. This guy manages to slash into one of your unprotected spots. This guy takes a swing at this tribal warrior, but the warrior manages to duck out of the way, avoid getting hit. And this guy looks up from his corpse, notices there's new prey on the beach, and he rushes forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And he'll dash to get right up next to that warrior, but can't make an attack. You know what? Yeah. And then you guys watch as 2 more emerge from the waves. 2, 3, 4, 6. He's going to dash up there.
Oh no.
He's going to dash up to Dolomite, but he cannot attack you this turn. So, let's see, which of these guys? So that is that guy. This guy sees that he's surrounded, and he takes a stab out at one of these guys and manages to connect, striking him in the chest. But a burst of poison gas floods the area, and both of them go down. Um, these guys going to step up. And they each draw short bows. They're going to take shots. That guy misses. Wait. Oh, no. That guy hits. And he manages to take the guy out that's standing next to Kalak. Some more damage, though. Okay. That guy, that's a miss. And this guy manages to take out another one of them. Okay. So we are back up to Adron.
All right. Is the... I tell Dolomite, well, he probably can't move anymore, but I'm like, let's see here.
Well, I am gonna try to,
Duck
eat
out.
it once once it's my turn. But
The problem is your turn is at the very end, and like one of the very end, and if I do this, you still have to wait and potentially get hit with this poison gas shit if I hit it from afar. So I think I'm gonna go. Is the one that's next to Canatash on the right hand side there far enough away that I can hit it safely?
The gas doesn't seem to spread too far, so maybe Canatash would be fine, but it's hard to know exactly.
It'll be alright.
All right. So I holler to Canatash. Should I take the shot? And
Yeah, go ahead.
gives me the okay, so we're all in the clear. So I'm going to go ahead and again attack with the firebolt. And I'm going to hit with the 17 again. Same hit.
Yep. So the firebolt collides with this guy, and he he explodes into another cloud of poisonous gas. And it does not seem to make its way to Canatash.
Dope.
So.
So it's localized. So if you can get a,
Yep.
a little bit of a distance away from it and hit it, then you should be okay.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, it's worth a shot at some point.
If Metatron would have given me back my javelin, I could.
Yep. Oh, the old javelin. Too bad he's not here to tell him about it.
So anything else for your turn, Adron?
At this point, I think I'm doing okay right now.
All right.
So I'm gonna stay right here.
So Cirilla, you're up.
Attack it from behind.
Oh boy. Everyone's who's left is in close combat.
Exactly.
I guess I could hold an action. I guess I will hold a ray of frost for the one over by Canatash if Canatash moves away.
Okay.
And that's my
Gotcha.
action.
Cool. Dolomite.
I'm gonna take a few steps back, probably like 2 squares worth,
Okay.
and then attack.
So you'll step back, and he will swipe at you as you leave his melee range. But he's gonna miss you.
It actually went right in the corner. That's funny.
Can I change my trigger for if another sea creature appears instead of the one at Canatash?
Sure.
Okay.
Does 13 hit?
Just hits, yeah.
Hey.
Yep. So he explodes and is gone. Okay. Okay. So that brings us to. That brings us to Kalak. He's gonna let out a roar and say, just one more. And then he'll rush up and swing his great axe.
Oh, he's so dumb.
And yeah, kind of.
He's gonna knock
and he
Canatash over.
Oh, and he's gonna
and
kill
he
himself because he's already bloodied, and he's gonna suck.
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
for sure.
He wants to be a martyr. I see how it is.
Apparently, everyone in my tribe does.
Yeah. Well, those three guys were smart in the back there.
And they live. That is their reward.
But he explodes, and Canatash, you take 9 points of poison damage. Yeah. Okay. So Canatash, it's now your turn.
There's nothing left, is there?
At the moment, no.
Can I look into the water and see if I see these guys out there anymore?
Yeah, if you look out over the water, you can see what appears to be like well, if you look out at the water, you can kind of see like shadows moving up closer towards the shore. And there are like small swarms of those locusts that appear to be like hovering above the water, like moving towards the shore in certain places.
All right.
And I don't think I mentioned this before, and I should have, but you guys do see that ghost ship kind of docked out in the bay, about 100 feet from the shore. It appears to be very, very decrepit, like holes and pieces of the ship missing, and just locusts and pockets of locusts swarming around it, and pockets of poison gas just occasionally emitting from the sides, just kind of sitting there ominously out in the bay. So, yeah, go ahead, Canatash.
Okay. So I guess move me closer to the shore wherever I can see the locust things, of where I can kind of guess of where they're gonna pop out at.
Sure.
Or at least my best guess of, from whatever path I can see them coming up at.
Yeah, just go ahead and give me a perception check to see how well you can determine that.
Where's my perception? 22.
Okay. See, you guess that around. Do you want to get right up to the shore, or just kind of?
Yeah, right up to the shore.
Right up to the shore. So it looks like something's coming pretty close, in this area.
Okay, so can I set a reaction that whenever it gets near me, I can just stab it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. That brings us to them. Okay. So, you guys watch as two more of them emerge up from the waves. And Canatash and Cirilla, you can go ahead and take your reaction first.
Okay. I guess I'll pick one. Oh boy. No, unlikely. Does an 11 hit?
It does not. You're kind of scanning the coast, looking for where they pop up, and you see them come out. And you fire your bolt, but you're, just moving a little too quickly, and you can't quite get your aim right, so it just smashes into the sand next to this guy here. And
Solid.
Kantash, you can take your swing.
All right. That was a 9, so that does not hit either.
You knew some were coming. You didn't expect 2 to come up right around you and surround you, though. So you're a little caught off guard, and you swing, but the one to your right manages to duck out of the way.
Cool.
And then let's see. Does a 15 hit you?
Me? No.
Okay. So they both burst out of the water and try to bite at you, but you bat one aside with your shield, and the other one gets caught on the armor protecting your arms and doesn't manage to get through, and you just kind of push it off. And that brings us back to Adron.
Alrighty, so they're just both on top of Kanatash right now, correct? Just
They are.
trying to fuck him up. Okay, I yell at Kanatash for him to try to duck out of the way. But I don't know. Hold on, how far is that? It's 120 feet. So, how far away am I from where they're at? Is it more than 120 feet?
You are not more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're 45 feet away from this guy, and roughly the same from this guy.
All right. And Kanatash hasn't gotten an attack on either of them, has he?
No.
He made a swing as one of them emerged from the water, but he missed.
Okay. So, how are you looking on hit points right now, Kanatash? Can I take a shot, or are you gonna die if I kill it?
No, I'm good. I'm way over half.
All right. So, again, firebolt at the creature, and I'm assuming a 21 hits.
It sure does. Which one were you going for, left or right?
Go ahead and hit the one on the right.
All right. So he explodes. And that is not the right die. Kanatash does not take 20 points of damage.
Oh,
He
don't
takes
do
6.
Oh.
Yeah, so you take 6 points of poison
Oh
damage.
no, baby! What is
All right.
he doing?
The good news, I did just waste a natural 20, so that's good for you.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
So, Cirilla, you're up.
Okay. You still good, Kanatash?
Not bloodied yet. I'm good.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try a ray of frost again, because why the hell not?
It's poor Kanatash.
Oh God.
I mean,
Nope,
I kind
I
of
don't
did it to
think so.
myself.
We're at 13.
Just hits.
Yay! Okay.
So your ray of frost connects, and you see these ice crystals form along the side of the sea creature, and then kind of burst, and the creature bursts along with it, letting out another cloud of poisonous gas. And Kanatash, you take another 3 points of poison damage.
Okay. Now I am bloodied, but I'm still good.
Important
What happened
distinction.
Forget, you guys are still level 4, so well over half still doesn't mean a lot.
Oh, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
Are you
Dolomite,
still
it's your
up? That was
move.
52 points of damage, Zach.
Yeah. So Dolomite, you're up.
I don't know when I muted myself. Sorry. Yeah, whole time I thought I was being able to be heard. That's cool. Has anybody like said like, "Hey, there's more"? Or
I mean, every round of combat, you've seen more emerge from the ocean. It seems like, I mean, you'd be able to see that Cirilla and Adron just took out the latest batch to emerge.
I'm gonna yell out, "Hey guys, I want to run away!" And then I guess just wait.
Hide in the tent next to you.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hide in the tent next to me and just kind of keep an eye out just in case.
Okay. You open up the flap, and you see there's yet another Michael Jackson lying inside. Though that does not prevent you from hiding inside the tent.
I don't feel comfortable inside this tent.
It does
Steal
smell
his
a little
sequin
bit in
glove.
here. It does smell a little bit in here, as if the body has been rapidly decomposing, and you can see some locusts crawling over the
Michael.
corpse. They don't seem to be interested in you.
I just want to beat it.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're in there. Anything else?
No, that would be it.
Okay. So let's see. Kalak, he's gonna turn back to the three warriors that were with him, and he says, "What are you guys still doing back there? Move on up here. Stop holding your actions." Because I forgot to make them move on their turn last time. And they'll be like, and they'll rush up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To join Kalak closer to the shore. And Kalak himself will move. He's going to guess that they're going to... Hold on. Let me roll for him. He's going to guess that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more are going to come around here. And run up to the shoreline with his great axe ready. And Kanatash.
Can I see any more bugs over the water?
Go ahead and make another perception check for me. See if you can guess where the next group might come up.
Is 14 plus 3, 17.
Yeah, it's you look out over the water, and you see actually a very large shadow rapidly approaching the shoreline, pretty much right about where you're standing right now.
Like larger than the normal ones, or just a large shadow?
Yes, larger than the other ones.
Cool.
You might want to back up a little bit.
Yeah, we all laughed at Dolomite.
It'll be all right.
That's why I've been shooting from afar. Firing from the hip.
Even I've been shooting him from afar.
I don't have that option.
Proud of you.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna stay where I'm at and set a reaction to stab him when he comes out of the water.
Okay.
For the best.
So, you watch as a gigantic Sahuagin, at least twice as large as these smaller guys who've been fighting, emerge up from the waves with a giant trident in hand. It
Ooh,
also
boss
appears
music.
to have those same discolored scales and locusts swarming around it, but it seems to be more Well, we'll say less prone to blowing up when you hit it once. So a little sturdier.
Okay.
So he'll emerge up from the waves and stop actually right there. And
Can I stab it or try to
Okay.
stab it?
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can try to stab it as it comes out of the water.
Okay. Is a 18 to hit?
That does hit.
Okay.
Uh,
So I'm not gonna mess around. I'm just gonna go ahead and divine smite as well.
Sure.
Not gonna
So
fuck around.
is it a fiend or undead?
It is not.
Okay. 2d8. So 5 plus 8 plus 6, so 14 damage.
14. Okay.
Yeah, 14.
All right. So you slice down with your sword, and there's a burst of radiant energy, and you can see this thing kind of hiss and recoil a little bit, but it still looks angry and ready to strike at you. And it lashes out with its trident. Let's see, once. Wow, that's really bad. So you manage to duck out of the way of that blow, and it comes around for another swing. Does an 18 hit you?
Matches.
Okay. So you take 9 points of damage from that blow, and it comes around for a final strike. And another 18 for another 10 points of damage.
That's not a good look.
I'm gonna have to piece out of here.
We've been telling you to peace out for like 10 minutes now.
I was fine. I was fine.
You was fine. Was is the key word.
So right now,
Thank you on me, and he's doing fine.
I would
And
think
then
you
this
were.
guy
I would think
just
you were much
fucked me up.
braver if you would have went up there with some health potions to attack this shit. But you just went balls to the wall, nothing. Go you.
Yeah, I didn't have really any other options, so did what I
So
could.
two more of them rush up out of the waves.
Oh, fuck.
1, 2, 4.
Can
One of
Canatash
them.
use a crossbow?
3. So that one that rushes out of the waves towards Canatash tries to make like a running bite at him, but Canatash sees it coming and bashes it aside with his shield. The other guy comes up to this warrior here and just bites straight into his neck, and you see a gush of blood fly out as he rips away. And this guy falls onto the beach, not moving. So this guy still has his bow drawn. And with a cry, he lets out another arrow, which just sinks into the sand right next to this creature. And the other guy tries to do the same thing, and his shot connects, and this thing bursts in to another poisonous cloud.
Yeah.
That doesn't get me.
It does not. Yeah. And we are back up to Adron.
Well, fuck. Canatash is once again surrounded. Not anywhere near not far enough away to not get damage from me attacking the things. So,
You guys can just get me back. It's fine.
You could attack the champion, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
He probably won't go down.
That's fair.
Or it's gonna be like an ultra cloud of poison.
Yeah, you might be screwed. Who knows?
Yeah. So
Do it anyway. It'll be fine.
I will take my chances, and I'm
New
going to-
characters, yay!
Give me a moment here.
No, I finally have one that's decent at combat. I don't want to die.
Tent hiding.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm going to take my shot.
Roland
with,
killed that scorpion fair and square. I don't know what you're talking about.
I absolutely forgot. That's right.
Alright, so I'm going to take another shot with the
Let it be
fireball,
written.
at the champion for a 16. Does that hit?
Just hits, yeah.
Woo. All right, and then that's so I'm actually rolling damage now.
You are, yep.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's what I thought. So hold on here. For 9 points.
Okay. So 9 on him. All right. So the firebolt scorches this thing across the chest. Canatash, you can see some locusts kind of like work their way out of the wounds and join the swarm surrounding this guy. But no gas comes out, which is good.
I'll take Lucas.
So, Cirilla, it's your turn.
Okay. Do I have eyes on the champion?
Yes, you do. He towers above Canatash, so you can see him no problem.
Okay. I will cast Ray of Frost again on him.
All right.
Nope. That's it's 11. No
All right.
luck. But I also
there's-
I do want to cast Shadow Blade as a bonus action.
Sure.
Just in case. Get it ready.
Do you want to move at all?
I'll move up like 3 spaces.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably start moving up, but I've been really hitting from this long distance directing traffic, kind of encouraging everybody, antagonizing Canatash for not listening to any of us. You know,
Yeah, I'm just thinking I might
someone-
try and get up there and take some hits for Canatash.
Someone's got to antagonize Canatash when Metatron's not around. Got to step up.
I think Canatash should get a promotion if he lives. You know, just
If I live, that's a pretty big if.
Dolomite, you're up.
Do I have? Can I move up within 60 feet of Gassy Boy on the left?
Gassy boy. Man, that's a long distance.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Yeah, you can move up to there.
And do I still have enough to do?
Yeah,
like
that was just your movement, so you've still got your action and bonus action.
awesome sauce. Does a cantrip count as a action or bonus?
Yeah, cantrips are pretty much always an action.
Okay, I just haven't used one in so long. I forgot. I am going to use Vicious Mockery on Gassy Boy on the left.
Okay. How are you mocking him?
I'm going to call him a gaseous bag of mostly gas swine. Cacophonous swine.
It seems that your indecision on the exact insults to use have rendered your vicious mockery ineffective as he manages to save. Yeah.
That's a
But
bummer.
he does kind of look in your direction like, what?
That's all I was going for anyway.
You using your bonus? You doing anything with your bonus action?
No.
Okay.
No. The way you said that was
No.
Nah.
So, Kalak is going to move up and actually wade into the water a little bit next to the champion, and bring his great axe down. And ooh, that's good.
It's not good.
That do?
What's good in this combat? The only one who rolls damage dice is Zach.
So he brings his great axe down, and it just slams into this thing's chest. And you see a much larger burst of locusts emerge from the wound, and this thing staggers back a bit in the waves. It is now bloodied, and it is Kanatash's turn.
Alright, time to whip out the big guns. Hitting magic missiles. Yep. Make fun of them.
So
But they hit every time.
Sounds like a great commercial. Magic missiles, they hit every time.
okay. I guess I'm just gonna try to stamp the big guy. Let's see what I do. 9 does not hit.
It does not. He manages to parry your blow aside with his trident.
So let me make sure I don't have anything else. I don't think I do.
Maybe back away?
No, because they're gonna attack me anyway, and then I'm gonna still die.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you
that
got
low?
a good armor class.
Goes out
Yeah,
with-
but I have 6 hit points.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay still. I mean,
Someone needs to like run up there and snatch Kanatash out of the way. And
All
just
right,
dive
I'll be
into
fine.
place. You keep
He's
saying
got
that,
this.
But
they-
oh, hold on. Let me see what I have in my equipment here.
Is that your turn, Kanatash?
yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, I got something that I can toss to you that I think will help.
So he, this guy looks down at Kalak pretty angrily, since he just dealt him that heavy blow. He's going to take his first strike at him.
Good.
And I believe that hits, no problem. Yep. So with that first blow, Kalak is brought down to one knee, but he's still alive for the moment.
For the moment.
This thing isn't letting up, and it's going to try to stab at him again, and will hit again.
Ooh. Going out with the
And with
warrior's
this
death.
second blow, the spear just goes right through Kalak's throat, and he falls back into the waves.
Alas.
He goes out
What's
like a
his
champion. Colossus.
And then he
Kalak.
spins
we did
around.
Like
well.
a hero.
And then he spins around with his final strike towards Kanatash.
And down goes
And yeah, that's an 18.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oh,
Big oof.
The third 18 of the night.
And
Right.
ooh, that's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Kanatash is unconscious.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
we tried to get him.
And with the rest of his turn, let's see, this guy points at the warriors in Cyrilla and barks a command. And this guy, his head just kind of snaps in that direction. Two more come up from the waves as well.
Oh boy.
We could really use another wizard.
And
right
this is
now.
why we should never split up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just in there.
Be nice
So,
try to take some damage with this.
does an 18 hit you, Cyrilla?
I don't believe so. Nope.
Okay. So you manage to kind of slam your sword into this thing's head as it lunges toward you and knock it out of the way for the moment. And you. Okay. These two guys rush up out of the waves, and both of them just jump on top of these two warriors and start just tearing them apart. And both of them resist for a moment, but appear to go lifeless shortly after.
Oof.
So we are back to Adron.
All right. I take a chance, and I'm going to. Well, I wish I would have thought of this beforehand, but it doesn't help pay attention now. But
Thanks.
yeah. So no big deal. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and magic missile the champion with all 3 missiles.
All right.
So let me get my spell chart out here. For 10 points of damage to the champion.
All right. A barrage of missiles slam into him. He doesn't appreciate that, but he is still standing. And now that we're here, so Adron and Ulamir, you've been sailing around the island in these long ships, and you eventually do catch up with the Sea Ghost. Just as all 3 of your ships pull into this same bay where this combat is happening, and you can see the creaking hive there with all of its swarms, and you can see a fight going on the beach. You watch as the Sea Ghost turns so that some of the ballista are facing towards the creaking hive, and it launches a shot as well as a shot from the mangonel, and both connect with the ship, sending wood and sending splinters of wood flying into the ocean and bursts of poison gas out into the air. The ship that you guys are on, they follow suit, and the sailors take out their crossbows and launch shots at the ship. And if you guys have any way to attack from range, you can do the same.
How far away is it?
At this point, you guys are about 120 feet. The ship.
I don't have anything on me, but if they have a longbow or something, I could use it.
Yeah, you can pick one up and take a shot. They have a spare.
All right. Now, along those range is what? Is that 120 feet?
Uh,
I'm assuming it's at
Yes.
disadvantage. What I'm getting at.
I think you might be just. I think you're just inside the. Yeah, I think it's 120. Yeah, so you should. Yeah, so go ahead and just do a straight roll.
Ooh. It's not going to hit anything.
You're not used to longbows, and you string up the arrow and you fire it, but it only makes it about halfway towards the ship.
Yeah, I think that would have been in total of 5, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ulamir, did you want to do anything?
No, I'm gonna kick it.
All right.
I do want to ask Ulamir, do you still have that necklace? The one with the bubble head thing?
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to go into that cloud without something. I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah. As you say that, you can hear this kind of low hum start to sound out across the water. It's slowly getting louder. And you can see that there are some shadows approaching your ship. But we'll get to that in a moment because it's now Cyrilla's turn.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna just start picking off these creatures, but I think I'll start with the one actually furthest away from me with Ray of Frost.
Okay. You do have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Ooh,
Since one's right in melee with you.
that gives me disadvantage?
Yeah, anytime a hostile creature is within 5 feet of you, you have disadvantage on ranged attack rolls. Even if
Okay.
it's not against that. Yeah.
Sure. That's 16 then.
It still hits.
Cool.
And this guy explodes.
Well, we don't have to worry about hurting Kanatash anymore.
Oh, I'd
so we
have
can kill 'em all.
disadvantage anyway because the DMX.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Right.
So, let's see. That brings us to Dolomite.
I'm gonna take a shot at Champion Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what I got, but because math. But 24.
That hits.
Hey,
Good shot, Dolomite. I cheer. I'm still cheering from back directing. We've only lost one.
for 7 damage.
All right. You catch him right in the shoulder, but he's still up. Are you moving at all?
I'm gonna move kind of like down 1 square and to the right, kind of near the tree.
Oh. So like getting closer to the tree, like here?
Other tree. Sorry.
Oh, other tree. Okay. So you were. Right. Okay, you can get about there.
Cool.
So Kanatash, go ahead and make a death save.
Cool. 11.
That's a success.
Yeah.
Rolling dice. Dice finally helping you.
So let's see. This guy is going to step past, can't attach his body. 1, 3, 4. Get into melee there.
Oof.
So yeah, Cirilla, have you taken in? Are you at full hit points right now?
I took some in the last session, so I'm down
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
It's a scary question.
I know. Only good things happen.
So he's gonna start making his strikes at you. I assume a 24 hits.
Yeah, it does.
So you take 10 from the first strike.
Oh boy.
Does a 19 hit?
Just hits. That's my
Okay.
armor class.
So that is another 10.
I'm bloody. Very bloody.
And that is a 21, so that'll hit as well.
Mhm.
Just 7 points this time.
Oh, I'm real low.
All right.
Sitting at a solid 2 over here.
Oof.
I'm gonna use my.
Well, don't worry. There's only 2 more people who get an attack this round.
Great. It's great.
I have an idea that I can maybe help you as long as you can survive.
We'll see.
Until my turn.
Let's see, and this
I would've thought
guy
of this earlier, but I didn't see it in my inventory until now.
brushes up. He is going to miss though, and the other one. Yep, both of those guys try to bite at you, but you manage to duck and dodge out of the way and avoid getting hit. However, 2 more
Oh no.
come up out of the waves.
Bruh.
I look over at Dolomite, or up at Dolomite. I'm like, man, this is fucking weird.
I told you we should have run away.
Well, we're in
So
the
one of them is able to get a strike in. Does an 18 hit you, Dolomite?
Yes.
Okay, so you take just 3 points of damage. This guy manages to slash you with his claws. And that brings us back to Adron.
All right. I think I have pretty good aim. So I have a spell. What is it? Let's see. Spell. What is it? Potion of invulnerability. Would that be able to help Cirilla survive some of this bullshit that's going on up there with her?
If I remember that potion right, I think it just grants resistance to all damage. So with the amount of hit points she has, not for very long.
Yeah, give it to someone who's still up.
Okay. Never mind.
There's not many options left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I'm just trying to help out when I can. That's pretty much all I have. I don't have any other potions that I can give you to help.
You could drink it.
Fair enough. I guess I am going to go ahead and drink this potion of invulnerability. And then I'm going to once again magic missile the champion in hopes of taking it down.
All right.
For 12 points of damage.
All right. This guy is looking rough, but he is still up. Dolomite and Ulamir, you watch as the Sea Ghost lets loose another round of shots into the creaking hive. mangonel shot goes wide, but the bolt connects right at the like right around where the captain's quarters of the ship would be, and there's just an explosion of wood and gas. Actually, the two of you watch as three of these Sahuagin pull themselves up over the side of the ship you're on. And you guys can take actions now.
Can we see the beach from where we are?
You can see the beach, yeah.
Can we see him get our asses handed to us?
Yeah, can we see that there is a fight going on at the beach?
Yeah, there are actually fights going on a couple locations along the beach. Some of them seem to be going better than others.
Ours is not one of them.
Though it's hard to tell from this distance who exactly is involved.
Sure.
You do see like one larger creature that seems to be towering over the other ones, but there's only one like that you can see across the entire beach.
Probably guess that's
So,
involved with, 'cause that would be the one.
is the sea ghost in range to hear me if I yell?
Are you gonna try to
Sure.
intimidate the sea ghost back to you?
Yes.
I'm actually going to yell at Ronnie.
Ronnie, full speed ahead. Get back to the shore and help them.
Aye, Cap. How do you?
And
Where's the full speed button?
I'll use the full speed ahead button. It's over here on my screen.
Okay.
But,
yeah, Ronnie seems to be a bit confused, but some of the other sailors hear this and they're inspired to hear your voice, and you get the sense that they know what to do.
all right. That multiplier there is 4, so that's 40 extra feet. In its next movement action.
Okay.
Crash onto the shore. Dukes of Hazzard style.
Yeah, so that'll be its action and ship combat. Do I still have an action, or?
Is that? Oh, that's an action to do that.
Yeah, that is an action.
Yeah, so that's your action. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, well, screw it. We'll use the rest of these while we're here. I'll do a bonus action for take aim. So the next time the ship weapons are used, they have advantage on the roll.
Okay. Cool. You hear a shout out from the deck. All the sailors saying in unison, "All right, Captain, we'll send this thing to the bottom of the sea."
I love that ship.
Yeah.
And then,
So Ulamir, do you want to do anything about these guys that have come up onto the deck of the ship you're on?
Yeah, I'll hit one of the guys with an ice knife.
Okay.
Oh wait, aren't they? They're weak to fire,
right? You would have no way of knowing.
No, fair enough. Yeah, ice knife. Okay. Let me pull up my dice parser real quick. That's an 11. I doubt that's gonna hit.
It does not, but the knife still does explode.
Hey.
So, what's your spell save DC again? 14?
Yep.
Okay. And Yeah. So the knife sinks into the side of the ship, then explodes. And you watch as two of these creatures are cut to ribbons and burst into clouds of poisonous gas. The third seems to have avoided the blast. And you watch as a couple of the sailors on this ship who were closer to these creatures when they came up fall over, grasping their throats, choking, and then they lie still.
That's not good.
Definitely not good.
Can you activate that bubble thing now?
I'm pretty sure it's just whenever we jump in the water, it's just there.
Shit.
That is how it works for you, Ulamir. You'd have to. I don't remember if it's. I think it's an action or something to give it to other people as well.
Let me look.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's something to activate it. But Cirilla, it's your turn.
All right, here's my Hail Mary. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave, and they all make strength saving throws.
Okay. Ooh.
Wait, did I go last?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Didn't you?
So I thought it was Adron. and then me. Or
It's
it was Ulamir
it's,
and me.
it's Adron, Cirilla, Dolomite, and I just have Metatron and Ulamir going in initiative count 20 just before Cirilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna try to do some healing.
Oh.
So
now you
well.
can heal. Where's
That ship sailed. I didn't know
Maybe-
people were quite
Maybe
that bad on it.
Canatash would be a good
So,
That's a thought.
so go ahead and roll your damage on the Thunder Wave.
Okay. Oh, low damage. Three points of damage.
It'll
Okay.
kill two of them.
But they only take half if they save successfully.
And plus it
Right.
would kill her too.
Oh, yeah. Everyone
Well,
does.
if they fail, they're moved 10 feet away from me.
Ooh.
So let's see. So the champion failed his saving throw.
Of course, the one I didn't care about.
This one also fails
Oh.
and goes flying and bursts into a puff of poisonous gas. This one does only take. Wait. Oh no! Actually, you lucked out. These guys. He doesn't take any damage on a successful save for stuff like that. Those are the rules I made for him. So you lucked out
I'll
there.
take it.
So it's just there now.
Yep. So you managed to knock that guy back. He is still alive, though just barely.
Barely.
And it is now your turn, Dolomite.
Oh, hey. So I'm gonna use God damn it. My second level cure wounds on Cirilla.
Okay. You will have to move up to her to be able to do that.
That's fine.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. For 16 hit points. Healed.
Woo! Hell yeah!
Big heal. And for my bonus,
I'm almost not bloody.
For my bonus, I have, which I forgot I could do, Healing Word.
So
Red? Is that not a thing?
Not a cantrip, right?
Yeah, you can only expend one spell slot per turn. So you could do like
It is a different level of spell. Does that matter?
no, that doesn't matter. So I mean, what you could do is like you could do like a cantrip and Healing Word, but you can't do like a full Cure Wounds and a Healing Word because both those spells.
Gotcha.
Use a spell slot. Yeah.
That's my thing then.
All right. Canatash, go ahead and give me another death save.
Okay. 2.
Ooh.
Okay,
Is that the metal dice?
At least it's not a 1.
No, it's the app this time. I've been doing good so far.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, none of those metal dice were.
Oh, yeah. I'll ask Ulamir, do I have something on my back? Just like, damn it, itch.
Sticking out of you, you know.
Just gonna rip the javelin out of his back real quick.
Thanks.
You're gonna need that if I'm still alive later.
If you're still alive.
Yeah, you might want to get that checked out, Metatron. You left that in there for a while, so
It's gotten infected.
I think it was just
Oh,
in my
if
armor.
only-
I don't think it ever actually did damage to me.
I think it did.
great.
I think it did.
Yeah.
It wasn't much, but I think it
Oh,
did.
all right.
Gonna put the-
So this guy is looking pretty rough, but he looks up at you, Cirilla, and lets out this furious roar, and he charges back towards you. Gonna try to take you down. That first strike will completely miss, though. The second is a 13, which also misses. And yep. So he is looking
Come at me.
looking pretty disoriented, and you easily dodge out of the way of all 3 stabs. The guy to your right is going to try to bite into you, though, and you duck out of the way of that as well. Okay. So, Adron, you're up.
All right. And these magic missiles seem to be really doing the trick, but I'm going to scoot up a little bit.
Oh, wait. Were these... I'm sorry.
What? Hold on.
These guys are still alive. I completely forgot about them.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, that's my bad, so I won't make them take the opportunity attacks they should have gotten. So, but they will move up to Dolomite and try to attack him.
Oof.
But they both miss. So go ahead, Adron.
Yeah.
I'm going to scooch up a smidge to the left-hand side over there. Let's see here. Just so I can get a better shot. And then I'm going to take my magic missiles and fire at the champion one last time with magic missiles.
All right.
Don't let me down, guys. All right.
Let down.
No, not bad. For 12 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. So your missiles slam into each of his shoulders, sending him staggering back. And the final missile goes right through his head and out the other side, and he falls back onto the sand. And you see the body start to bubble up, and then it bursts much more much more violently than the others have.
Yep. Figured that.
Oh, it's not that bad though. Dolomite and Cirilla, you both take 4 points of poison damage.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was 4 on 2d10, so you guys lucked out. Yeah, he is down.
Woo! We fucked him up, boys. Get the rest of them.
So the sea ghost starts sailing in closer to the bay, and as it goes, you watch as it fires another round of ballista and mangonel shots. The ballista connects right with the main mast, and splinters kind of spread up it, and the mast kind of starts to sag a bit to the side. And the mangonel shot crashes right into the main deck. And you watch as just a huge cloud of poison gas billows up into the air. And around this time, that whining sound you'd begun to hear starts getting louder and louder and louder. And then there's just this crack and a flash of light as suddenly the creaking hive disappears from the bay.
Teleporting bullshit.
You guys watch as the Sahuagin that's still up on your deck starts clutching its head and thrashing about wildly, and it actually falls off the edge of the ship and into the water. And there's kind of a puff as another poison cloud bursts up from beneath the waves slightly. And you guys can see there are a bunch of similar poison clouds kind of bursting at different points along the beach and coming out from underneath the waves. It seems to have been driven off. Yeah, and I guess the long ships you're on will start sailing in towards the bay as well. And let's see, as those 3 that are still around you guys do burst as well. So Cirilla, you take another 2 points of poison damage. And Dolomite, you take a total of 17.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. You up, man.
But they all appear to be dead.
Still alive though, amazingly.
Yeah. So Cirilla, it is your turn.
I am going to hold an action if I see any more of those guys come out of the water. But I don't have anything.
Gotcha. Dolomite.
I'm gonna use healing word on Kanatash.
Thanks.
Bring him back to life. Bring him back.
For 5 hit points.
Okay.
Yay.
So Kanatash is back up, and we're out of initiative. So, so the Sea Ghost gets as close to the shore as it can. The 2 long ships approach the beach and beach themselves. So Metatron and Ulamir, you can disembark.
Fair enough.
You guys see there are some survivors from the tribe from the other kind of incursion points along the beach. They all kind of start to gather up, and you see about close to 20 of them are still up and moving, though they do all appear to be wounded. Some of them coughing a bit. And I think we'll go ahead and call it there for tonight. But you guys will level up to level 5. So start thinking about what you want to do for that. Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in with us, and we will see you next time on Bright Bush Pickers. Have a good evening.